Hi, James. How are you? It's great to meet you. So first off, I'm just going to have you tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm finishing up my senior year at Clemson University where I'm studying graphic communications. I like to think that I'm a quick learner and I have a very creative mindset. I always like to view every situation from every standpoint before I approach it and make a decision. I'm always looking to learn. I'm constantly trying to solve problems and make things easier for myself and others. I also think I'm a strong decision maker. I always weigh the positive and negatives before making a decision, and coming to a conclusion. I think that's a really redeeming quality for the technical recruiter position.
Tell me what you know about tech systems.
I know that Tech Systems is one of the largest private talent management firms in the world. They have just over 107 offices in only North America. I know that your company is growing every day. You have just over 3,300 employees, and that's continuing. The number's continuing to get larger and larger. I know that Tech Systems is also incredibly efficient in providing their clients with IT professionals that are required to achieve their business targets. And I also know that the firm is constantly looking to better itself with new and qualified candidates, hopefully like myself.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are you a competitive person and why?
I'd say that I'm around a 7 on the scale of competitiveness. I think that I'm competitive with myself, and I'd certainly be competitive on the behalf of Tech Systems. Constantly challenging yourself is definitely a great way to get to the next level and achieve as much as you possibly can. So I think that I stand at a good number on that scale.
What do you believe makes you qualified for this position?
My management, communications, evaluations, and negotiation skills are all exceedingly strong. I think all of these virtues have to be found in a Tech Systems recruiter, and I think that my education and past employments have definitely reinforced these qualities, and it's made me very fit for this position. I feel really confident that Tech System, in knowing what Tech Systems needs are, and finding a suitable candidate to help meet those needs.
Our next question is, how would a good friend describe you?
I'd hope my good friends would definitely describe me as confident. I think they describe me as aware, creative, conscientious. They'd probably tell you that I'm not afraid to ask the important questions, and I'm probably more capable of picking up when there are pieces of a puzzle missing. They'd probably tell you that I'm always looking to solve a problem, and I definitely won't give up until I've found a solution.
Okay, tell me about a time when you were faced with a lot of stress at school that tested your coping skills, and what did you do?
Sure. My last semester at Clemson, I was a member of a year-long academic competition that required several AM nights, several days a week, while I was also managing 17 hours of class that included two of probably the hardest courses that my major has to offer. I was pretty deterred at the beginning of the semester, but I kind of just lowered my head and pushed my way through the semester, and I knew that complaining wasn't going to do anything, so I got my work done, and I did my best to manage my courses, competition, and athletics, and I managed to walk away with a 3.7, which is one of the highest GPAs that I've had at Clemson so far.
Okay, now give me an example of a time when you tried to accomplish something and failed. Were you discouraged by this, and what did you do about this?
I guess it seems pretty petty now, but I tried to run for my high school's class president my senior year, and I came in second place just by a handful of votes. And I guess I was pretty upset about this at first, but I think the loss kind of forced me to spend a few weeks trying to figure out what went wrong and why I did lose, and it drove me to understand that I only tried to appeal to my immediate friend group, and kids that I hadn't normally hung out with I kind of overlooked in my campaign, and that's I didn't get their votes, so that's why I lost. And now I'm definitely a constant believer of going the extra mile and ensuring that you're appealing to all parties, because that can really make the difference when it comes down to the wire.
Tell me about a time with working with a team you produced more successful results than you would if you had completed the project on your own.
My last semester at Clemson, I was part of a team, like I said earlier, for this FFTA Phoenix Challenge, which is a national flexographic and design competition. There was about 20 people on my team, all with separate duties, and everyone was pretty equally important to the final result. And I think that without my team members, the task at hand would have been almost unmanageable. And seeing my teammates work as hard as they did really drove me to perform at my highest level.
And finally, what's the best decision that you have ever made?
I'm hoping that my best decision that I've ever made is to take this interview. I think that a position with Tech Systems can lead to a really incredible, efficient, and effective relationship. I know that I can bring what Tech Systems is looking for, and I think that we can both benefit from each other and make each other be better.
And lastly, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I do have a few questions. What skills and experiences would really make an ideal candidate for this position?
We want people who are driven and willing to work up to their full potential. We really want enthusiastic team members with a competitive spirit.
What have you enjoyed most about working for Tech Systems? I think that would be very beneficial to know.
I have really enjoyed the people while working here. I get the chance to work with some of the greatest, hardest working people, and I'm really proud to call them my second family.
Do you have any hesitations about my qualifications and where I stand on this position right now?
No, I do not have any hesitations about your qualifications from what I can see.
Do you guys continue offering education and professional training?
We do offer a wide variety of professional training, which begins with our 13-week training program. From there, we continually educate our team members once they graduate and begin working with us as recruiters.
Who previously held this position, and what did they do right and wrong, and why have they left this position?
Nobody actually previously held this very position because we are actually in the process of hiring new recruiters this year.
Just overall, what is the next step in this process? When will I be hearing from you, and where can we go from there? Thank you.
The next step for this job opportunity is training if we decide that you're the best fit for our company. Your qualifications are very impressive, and we will get back to you soon. Have a great day. It was great to meet you.